Hi, this is Redneck Mormon again. We're going to be looking at some long distance shooting tips using what's called Kentucky Windage. Basically just moving the rifle instead of using the windage and elevation knobs on the scope. I use a piece of software called Long Range Shooting 2. This is an older version of the software. It's a very good version to use when you practice instead of having to go to the range. You can find it at shooterready.com. It's an excellent piece of software to practice your shooting skills. We've chosen the 308 range. Knowing the size of your target helps you estimate the initial distance of the target. Using the mil dot system, you know that a 40-inch target showing a 1.75 mil dots is normally around 700 yards. So you can adjust your fire based on that. So we use the scope, a horizontal line on the scope, put it on the top of the target, and then measure how many mil dots. This specific target showing 1.75, so like I said, it's about 700 yards out. With your scope 0 to 300 yards, you know you can use Kentucky Windage technique to make shot adjustments without changing your scope. So in the software, it gives you a couple different ranges. We're going to use the 308 range. We start out with 10 targets. Normally they're all the same size. Based on the size of the target and the number of mil dots, the range estimate on this first target is about 700 yards. So we'll fire a first initial shot and then make adjustments. First shot was low and to the left a little bit. We'll go up and to the right slightly. Notice we didn't make changes on the knobs, we just moved the scope. The second target is a little bit farther out. The wind's blowing there on the left a little bit, so we're going to adjust up and to the left. We hit the target, but not in the wide area. It was 940 yards. No wind, about the same distance. We're going to line it straight up. We're dead on at 860 yards. Next target, winds from the right a little bit. We're going to adjust down, post the target and to the right. 820 yards. Next target's winds from the right, intermittently up to about 15 miles an hour. We're going to adjust to the right a bit, bring it in. We're low and to the left, so we're going to take the scope up and to the right. Right on target, 760 yards. Winds from the left at about 10, up and to the left. Right on target, 730 yards. Winds from the right intermittently at 5 miles an hour. A little bit high and to the right. Bring it down a little bit. Try another shot. Right on target, 780 yards. Target's about the same distance, but the wind is nominal, so we're going to line it straight up. A little bit high, bring the scope down. Right on target, 890 yards. Target the winds from the left, about 10. Ways out, up and to the right. On target, 990 yards. Target's a little bit closer. Down a couple mil dots, winds from the right. We missed low and to the left, so we're going to go over to the right. Right on target, 640 yards. Basically, that's Kentucky Windage. Moving the scope instead of making adjustments. Brought to you by your friendly Redneck Mormon.